little check. Seems that it works as usual. Okay, it's been a while. I haven't been playing Elden Ring for a week or two, mainly because of Path of Exile that came out. Mainly because of that. And a bit before, because I was playing Final Fantasy VII Remake with Sophia. I'm not gonna talk much about that, but yeah. Basically, that's what kept this off. But I don't remember so much exactly what I'm missing. And now I've done this, that in reality I finished this, I think. I don't think I have to ever go back there. I don't know, this area is empty. I kind of remember what I talked about last time, but not really. Perfect. I think I didn't talk so much. I talked about the day that I spent with Sophia, and I talked about a bit about elementary school, but mainly about Torino. So I will actually try and talk a bit more about elementary school, if I do manage to do this. Oh no. So annoying. Elementary school. The thing is, it's hard to talk about these things randomly like this, because I don't prepare myself. Like I just turn this thing on, and then I think, oh, I got this thing to talk about and shit like that. But I don't think about it much before, or try to remember better across a span of time in particular. I just say that I try to perhaps gather some sources of information, but that's not the case. I don't remember so much I don't remember much in general, and I don't remember certainly chronologically other things. Just talk about myself, who I kind of was, who I remember that I was, what I know that some people said about me. I mean, some people, just probably one person. And how long was that? What the fuck? What am I doing? I don't understand. I don't remember playing like this some years ago. I don't remember this experience at all. I suppose it's just because I'm talking at the same time. But Jesus Christ. I'm just gonna do this and then talk, because it makes no sense to be stuck here while talking. Oh, I'll just jump in and like skip it and he doesn't do the second fucking attack if I don't cast. Like, what the fuck? There we go. Okay. Third attack, of course, when I need to drink. Sola, sola, al final estaré sola. Oh my. No. Great. So. This sword. Push down. Why am I using the sword again? Not to change, right? To vary. Of course. Oh, of course, that was gonna help. I don't even remember what I was using before that. So I remember that I in elementary school was in that class that I liked, but I had my best friend. I don't really know why he was my best friend, but somehow he was my best friend from the primary school, and somehow we kept telling ourselves that we wanted to be in the same class. And I remember this day when you get announced in which class you are, that I was extremely disappointed that he was literally in the other class. It's kind of weird because now that I think about it, it's like why as a kid I would realize or care in which class someone is. I don't even know in reality what it's gonna look like after all. But I suppose somehow I was aware that the fact that we were gonna be in two different classes was gonna be not good. That I remember it quite clearly, but of course, who knows? Oh. Oh shit, is this the cave that? Nah, it can't be the cave that I've already done. And yeah, I remember my mom and his mom in the courtyard of the elementary school while they were announcing this shit. And yeah, this guy's name was Francesco, and of course he's gonna come back in some of the maybe anecdotes or shit like that. What a mess is this? I cannot come up here, yeah? Then... Oh, but he can do that. He can just spit in my face and shout. Sensible. Sola, al final me quedo sola. And yeah, I also remember, but I think maybe I already mentioned this, that I somehow, no, maybe I didn't, maybe some other time or shit like that. So I'll just say it properly again, just in case. Or properly, a bit more. So at school, I don't remember, like as a kid, I don't remember really what kind of person I was. I was for sure shy, because I couldn't say some things that other people could say. I couldn't look up. I remember feeling very, like my face going very red very often, especially when the teacher would call me out. Not call me out on something, but I mean call me just in general. And yeah, I remember anyway little from those days. And one of the things that I remember is like a girl that moved cities. Well, it happened twice actually. The first time was a little bit more directly, I don't want to call it traumatic at all, but it was already the first thing that I felt like sad for, let's say. Not so much, but yeah. I remember that there was this girl. I mean, there were some girls that I liked, of course, but I was never really lucky with them. I knew that they didn't like me, but they liked other boys in the class. Especially this other Giuseppe that was very pretty, blonde, and dressed very well already. You know, putting the scarves and well, very well, you know, for the conception those kids had at the time, it was very well. He wouldn't put perhaps like designer's clothes, but something of those lines, right? Not cheap clothes that you like we would dress with the clothes of our brothers, like especially me, that were probably very old and looked fucked and bigger than what we actually were, especially my body. And then I was a bit bullied. I wasn't really someone that was bullied as much, but sometimes, yeah, I was kind of in the middle. Like, I was friends with the bullies, but I was also bullied. You know, it's like, it's gonna be more clear as I tell some anecdotes, but yeah, it's pretty simple in reality. But yeah, and I didn't realize for a long time that they would, like, especially the girls would like kind of laugh behind my back or tell me things that I would realize later that were kind of insults, right? And I don't never maybe cried or shit like that, but I felt very shit, especially. So I'll tell it in a chronological order. So yeah, still because I keep mixing elementary school with high school, but I know what happened in high school and what happened in elementary school. But it's true that I remember mainly high school. Anyway, still in elementary school, there was this girl that she was blonde with like curly hair, and I remember her like she was extremely cute in my eyes, extremely cute. And I know for a fact that it wasn't just a mere thought of the past or like, you know, a memory that you remember as sweet and shit like that, like we many times touched, you know, this topic. No, because I've seen pictures of her later, and I've seen. I mean, now it's been now it's been a long time since I've seen a picture of her, but she hasn't changed at all. Like her face is the same, and she's still extremely cute to me now. Of course, her body changed a lot. Her body became the body of a woman, but yeah, the face and the hair it's pretty much the same. How the fuck do I get back? Oh, I can. Sunny. Okay. Her name was Federica. I think I even remember her surname, Mazzola or some shit like that. It was with an M, and there was some Z. Some Z. Oh shit. Why these disgusting things, man? I know they're just insects, I shouldn't call them disgusting, but you know what I mean. Okay. And elementary school before her, in my class, there was this girl that was called Carolina. She would basically haunt some of my years in school kind of badly. But it was actually, now that I think about it, it's kind of sweet what I did already. Yeah, I think it was cool. And it was nice, but it was good, I think, in a way. That I was treated like that. That I was, you know, that it was disappointing. That it was a failure, even though I wouldn't call it like that nowadays, but at the time, if that's what it felt like, right? It felt like like rejection, basically. I think it was good that it happened already there. And then, of course, it wasn't just the other time it happened, but, you know, I see some people now that they get rejected very later, like many years later, when they're already grown up, and it seems like they've never faced it and they don't know what to do. And I'm not saying that as a kid I faced rejection as per se, because I still experienced, even if it was maybe rejection objectively, I still was a kid, so I saw whatever situation I lived, I saw it with my eyes. So it's like the fact that I lived a certain thing is, I believe, important only until a certain point, because then what matters just as much is how I saw it and how I lived it in reality, even if maybe the situation normally um, generates certain feelings or certain reactions, but certain opinions that I maybe didn't generate. I generated something completely random or weird. But yeah, I remember this Carolina, and of course there were like various girls that were pretty, or at least pretty in the eyes of that boy at the time. But the one I liked the most was Carolina, but after this Federica. So yeah, with this Federica, what happened was that, of course, I already knew that nobody liked me normally. Like, I already had received some rejection in some indirect ways, not so direct yet, like from Carolina or like other girls that would maybe comment me. Maybe I wouldn't even like them directly or say anything to them, but people would comment and say things like, when people say, oh, do you like this guy, do you like Giuseppe, do you like blah blah, and they would answer, put faces or run away and like be very disgusted in a way. You had that, but then you also had a very direct comment saying, specifically me, that they didn't like me but they liked someone else. So you had certain situations that were open to doubt, and sometimes as a kid you either, I suppose for me at least, and for the people that I observed, you either fantasize too much and you don't realize that maybe that person is just being discussed by something else, not necessarily you directly, right? But maybe just by the situation or your friend that is being silly with the questions, the tone and blah blah blah. But also then you have these comments that, maybe again they made that comment as a reaction, but it's very unlikely, especially if you see certain behaviors, certain signals. Of course, it can still be like just a completely different thing from what you thought. Maybe she said, no, Giuseppe, disgusting, but in reality, she didn't mean that, or she didn't want to say it like that, and the context pushed her to say that, and blah, blah, blah. But the point is that those kind of words would come out, right? And normally I don't know how people take them. I know that some people take them as a big deal, as a trauma or shit like that. For me, it was pretty sad. Like, especially when it came from certain people. But let's say that I had already experienced a bit of that. Not as bad as I would experience in the future, but I had already some of that. So when I expressed my liking for this girl, this Federica, for me, I was already I had already given up. Like, for me, it was like, there's no way that, I like her, but don't tell her, like, she's too pretty and she'll never like me and stuff like that. And I told this to her best friend that I don't remember now if she was in my class. I don't think so. But it was this very fat girl that looked like completely like a pig. Like, not just because she was fat, but just her face. Like, she had a very small mouth, small eyes, but like very very fat face, right? So kind of like that. The nose was not so big, and yeah, I liked her a lot. Like, of course, not in that way. We were a lot like friends because we would write to each other all the time. And that was so weird now that I think about it. I would write so much with her and other girls too, like on MSN and stuff. Even though like I was always rejected, but I was kind of their friend, right? Almost like a gay friend, I suppose. Not with so many girls, but quite a few. And in the beginning, it was kind of like simple, like you would. The fuck is this like? Oh. At the beginning, yeah, it was kind of simple because you would be just friends with them, really. Like, you don't think about the fact that there's some kind of, I don't know, construct between you two. It's just that you have fun together, you say funny things. There's a bit of flirting around because you're still boys and it's still a girl and it's still in that context of very much boys and girls. The one I grew up in, right? Naples, very straightforward. Like, you know, you're a boy, you're supposed to do this, supposed to do that. I would say that I was already a little bit lucky because at the end of the day, even though I was a boy, I was already a bit against it, even if I was very young. So, like, I don't know. I liked football. Like, I would be playing football there every day because of them, because of people around me. But I still would reject it, saying, like, why the fuck do you watch it, right? Like, I was like, everyone would watch the matches, and I would be like, fuck, they're so boring. Like, how can you sit there and stuff? So I managed to sometimes already reject some things. Maybe I wouldn't voice them the way I do now, but I would avoid them, whether for luck, because I got bored, so out of boredom, or because I would think, fuck, that's shit.
Lord Godwin, such cruelty, such humiliation. Oh, my poor sweet lordling should have died a true death. As the first of the demigods to die, as a martyr to destined death. But why must it yet bring such disgrace? A scion of the golden bough, sentenced to live in death. How could such a thing come to be?
Oh, I don't really know what living in death means still. It seems a little bit silly, as if she explained exactly what's going on. But it's okay, I suppose. I mean, look at this place. An endless waterfall under the citadel. The roots of the tree. I suppose maybe it's not that insane in the fantasy world, because in reality I haven't read much or seen much. But at the same time, it's a game, so fantasy games I have played, and maybe you see inspired places like this and even better. But of course, it's different if you do it 3D like this, because most of the very pretty places that remain in your mind and heart, they are from very specific aesthetics, not 3D most of the time. It's like not as big as these ones. But anyway, it's not, of course. I didn't mean to express competition, but yeah, just a comparison. So yeah, there was this Erika with a K. I don't know if it was actually her name with a K, but everyone would write it with a K. So who knows? But oh, I'll keep fighting with this. I really need to change my weapon, I suppose, right? Acidity. Oh, don't. Okay, who is it that's making a lot of noise this way? What's your shit? I think it's easier if I just go by walk. By foot. Ah, boys, come on. Ah. Come on, boys. Anyone else? Oh, yes. And she would be kind of our... Oh shit, I'm dying. I'm dead. She would be kind of our, like, Caronte, right? Well, not even Caronte. Mercury. Like, just delivering messages for us. Like, kind of saying... Because I saw the girl just by chance when I saw, you know, like when you would merge some classes because you didn't have a teacher or some shit like that. And I saw her, I was like, wow. And then I understood that she was friends with Erika because I saw them, like, you know, talking and joking. And I told her that that her friend looked very pretty and sweet, right? Because she looked so sweet, like in the way she talked and smiled. But especially the smile, of course. As a kid, I was very silly, like. So I would comment mainly the smile and shit like that, very simple stuff, let's say. And I don't remember if I said anything else really, but that's what I remember. And Erika seemed a bit... I never understood if it was just maybe my silly imagination, my silly pre-assumptions. Because you would think that normally you would be led to think that a girl likes you, she does specific things. It's like something that they really teach you or push you to think, right? Oh, if she speaks to you so much, if she's like this with you, then she likes you, right? So there was a bit of this thing that maybe Erika liked me. Of course, the thing was not reciprocal, probably because she was fat. Because it was that simple at the time. To be honest, I don't think it's just that, but also because it's the type of person that I still today wouldn't be my favorite for sure. Like, the type of person that is kind of bitchy or is quiet, petty, that is kind of annoyed. Like it seems she's annoyed most of the time, right? So it would certainly not be my favorite, I think. I'm not saying that that's fine, but this is how it is. Very simply put. Oh shit. Yeah, but how many? You're not even a real threat. But she was also a like friend with another girl that there would be some kind of... She was basically called Sarah. And she was, to put it very simply, very raw way, she was the slut of the class, right? But why? Not because she was really a slut, but just because she, in a way, already had formed her body shapes, right? And she would wear very feminine stuff like tight trousers, and she would already have basically an ass. It was very formed, and everyone would comment it all the time. And she would come at a later stage, I suppose, but I already knew her, I was friends with her too. I wouldn't talk so much, but we would take pictures in class and shit like that, right? And her and Erika lived in the same road, literally the road next to the school. So on my way to the school, I had to pass anyway in front of that little small road where they lived, which wasn't even a nice road. It didn't have like a good reputation, let's say, those families there. Not that I knew them and not that I cared, but I remember there was this kind of knowledge around. I remember these guys were not so easy to take down. Oh, it is, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, there was this kind of stuff going on, her friend eventually, of course, told Federica that I liked. It's just obvious, let's say. It's like, you would, like, as a kid, maybe you would still believe that that would not happen. Now, of course, who wouldn't? You just need to keep your mouth shut with these things most of the time, if you don't want them to be this close. Good. And the thing that shocked me the most was, like, she said that she liked me too, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, what? I was in denial. Like, such a pretty girl liking me. That was the first time that basically a girl liked me, right? And yeah, it was weird. It was weird because I never really believed it, but then I had to believe it because then we started talking on MSN, and we messaged a lot, and she said it plainly. Like, you know, it was clear that I liked her, and it was clear that she liked me, and it was very, very weird. And there was this cute moment where at some point she must have come to my class, and she was talking to Erica but looking at me in a very, like, timid way. And I do not remember what I did with that. I do not remember. I just remember how she was dressed with this white, with a white uniform, looking from down upwards with their huge, how do you say, chioma, di capelli, chioma of hair, like a tree, right? Very curly and big. And I believe there's a high chance that I was just an idiot, that I didn't speak to her, that I was shy. Well, not an idiot, but I was shy and I didn't know what to do, and I didn't have the courage, maybe. That fucking coffee. I do believe there's that risk, because I feel like somehow I disappointed her. I don't know how. Like from that event. But anyway, after that we still liked each other, but then I don't remember much. I'm pretty sure we never kissed because my first kiss would come way later. But at the same time, I don't remember, so who knows, right? Could be that what I think to be the first kiss, maybe it's not. It's impossible. But well, it could be. And I remember that we stopped talking and stuff. I don't know when, but I remember how. And that's because basically she moved cities. She went to the north of Italy. Not even like moved schools, man. Like at the time, you had no foreigners. You all had like people from Naples in your school and all white kids, and none of that mixed stuff or movement stuff. It was very, simple life, like village, like shit, the shit stuff. But then the girl that I liked and that liked me back had to move, of course. It was insane. Well, it wasn't insane. It is insane because at the time I didn't realize how fucked it was. To me, it was just like so unfortunate that I never thought, oh fuck, no one moves. Why her? But I did feel, oh shit, 59k on the floor. Fuck. But I did think like it did destroy me a bit. Like that was one of the first disappointments that, at least the first one that I remember. I presume. I don't remember any others right now. Let's try not to die while taking these babies back. It's gonna be very hard. Okay. They are right there. Okay. So So, okay. Perfect. Oh shit, I know. I know. Yep. Bit of a mess here. Yeah, you can forget that. At least not for now. And I remember the last day that I've seen her. I don't know where I've learned it. I don't know how it came to my head, if I learned it from somewhere. But basically, in front of the elementary school, you had a football field. Well, at the front on the right, you had to go front right, and you could go to this field. That wasn't really a field of grass. It was a field of stone, cement, that had the form of a football field, of course. You had the white lines that would define the field, and the stone was kind of green but very, very dark, almost grey, really. And there were cracks everywhere. It was very old. You had no goals. It was just this empty field, and it was surrounded by this stones, wet stones that had a lot of moss and a lot of vegetation overflowing. Basically, everything was overflowing. Everything was not well maintained. Everything was like that around my school. So those times. Despite looking like, full of students and a very busy area in a way, not like empty like an actual village. Because I'm not exactly from a village, right? Still. And on the side of this field, you would have all this just grass, wild grass growing, and you had some wild little flowers growing, like the margarita, I would presume they're called. Yellow and small, very silly, like small, wet mainly, very very shit. And of course I just took one, and I knew that she took the bus, the actual little yellow bus that was for the students, and only certain families would actually use that. I always wanted to be on that because I had some of my friends using it, and it was kind of a little dream of mine to go to school with them on that bus. But my parents never really could afford it, and at the same time, there was no need to afford it because I could walk. It was just 15 minutes away to school in reality. So that never happened. But she used to take that, and I waited for her to, like, I was very small, so in reality I couldn't stay long around on my own. Like I literally ran from my mom, and she came to pick me up, and while she was going away on the bus, I went to the bus by caught the flower very quickly. I remember leaning down, like squatting, and taking this thing and run into this huge bus that looked enormous to me, to give her this flower. And then, I gave it to her, but of course I didn't do anything else. I just gave it to her, she smiled, and I ran away. It's the last thing I remember, I think. I don't even know if it's a true memory. Of course, for me, it's just the same as all the other things, like That's what I remember. But I wonder if, for example, the girl remembers something different, or she doesn't remember any of this. Surely it has happened because, well, I remember this situation, but I don't remember everything. Or maybe it didn't happen. Okay. Perfect. Al final mi quedo sola. And yeah, after that, that was basically one of the memories I remember. And then, what else? Elementary school. Well, for me, elementary school was also basically my hobbies, right? And we used to play computer games. I didn't really have a computer of mine, of course. I could barely afford underwear, but Darina had, as I said, and I would use that to play. We got entertained by the MMORPG genre with things like 4-story. Metin 2 we just tried, but mainly we sank our lives in 4-story, and it was magical, of course. It was something that was so full of fun and discovery and how do you say, like, not just discovery but adventuring. It was that. It was it was that to me, and I presume to my friends too, because they seemed as enthusiastic as me. And it was I remember now the start. I remember getting to know Mattia, who's basically the longest best friend I've had. Wait, what the fuck? The longest best friend I had. But I got to know him later during elementary school. It must have been the 3rd year. I made friends with this Gianluca. He would come out later as well. And Gianluca always had his own, like, he was kind of on the side. I don't even really remember what kind of group of friends he had before becoming friends with me. So in reality, I don't know how he was before. But he was a little bit on the side, a little bit unhappy, because he always seemed a bit sad before knowing each other, going around the classroom. But he wasn't even, I remember him being the victim of any specific bullying until that time. You know, he wasn't one of those kids that would be kept on the side. But before knowing him, I had Simone and Davide. And basically, it's kind of silly. Maybe that's what fucked my head and my personality in many ways. But I was always like the friend that was in the middle. Like, that they wanted me to like the other more. And it's like, it's always been like that in the trios that I've been. So the first trio was me, Davide, and Simone, and we were friends with the other kids in the class, very much. But at the same time, it was us three, the main ones, right? And there was always this thing of wanting to sit next to me, and I wanted to sit next to both of them, but I didn't know how to choose, and I kind of had a little bit of a preference for Simone, but I didn't exploit it so much. Weird word. And yeah, so we all, of course, kind of liked the Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I didn't like them so much, to be honest. I wasn't such a fan. It was just probably something that, of course, they had. It was nice, and we played a bit. But the one thing that I remember very well is that I used to make the actual games. So I remember that one of the first things I did was, I don't even know why I learned this stuff, because I never played board games or card games in reality. Even Yu-Gi-Oh, I wasn't so interested in it. Like, they were the ones that played it and knew more than me. I would just get my brother's cards and use them a bit, but yeah, I basically didn't know so much about card games, but at the same time, I found these gachapons outside the supermarket next to our house where mom would send me from a certain age up until I left to do the groceries for her area. I didn't like it so much, but at the same time it was an opportunity for me to keep the rest and to accumulate some money that I could use for the things that I wanted. But basically what would happen is that you had these gachapon that were €5 each outside the shop, and they were these little statues of Naruto, and they were amazing. Even now they looked really cool. I could find them on eBay and stuff. Now they're a bit overpriced, but at the time I would always try to get as much money as possible to get them. And tried. I was very young when I tried for the first time gacha, basically, which up until this day has remained in my life, I suppose. Kind of weird if I think about it, but kind of normal too. So up there's the fucker. Now the waterfall. There's a bell. It's not such a big area. I remember it very, very big, but it's not. Then of course there's this fucker. Oh, I can at least summon Mattia, which I fucking will. Maybe I clean here first. No, please, can you fucking swap? Okay. Sola, chiedo sola. So, I had these gachapons, and of course no one had them because no one gave a fuck about Naruto. In reality, anime and manga were nothing, they didn't exist. It was just Dragon Ball, One Piece, and Naruto on the television. And The Simpsons, of course. And that's what people knew. People mainly liked Dragon Ball. The few silly boys that liked it, because the others were all like, oh, what is this shit? Oh, you watch this stuff on television. Oh. So it was very pathetic. Me and Davide liked Naruto. Davide as well. I remember that he liked quite a bit Naruto, but we still didn't really share the passion together. And basically Naruto was my first anime in reality. In a way also my first manga, but not really actually, because my first manga was Berserk, but it was still the first manga that I bought physically, and I would talk about that too because it's something that I liked a lot. And yeah, so I like Naruto basically, and I was the only one with those toys, and I would bring them to school, to class. Of course, everyone had maybe Yu-Gi-Oh cards and stuff, but no one had these toys. So what I would do is I would make games with them. So I would give one each, and in class we would like pretend we were the character I gave them. So if I gave Shikamaru to Davide, Davide had to be Shikamaru, and blah blah blah. So it was just very fun and we choose. And then from there, the thing became more and more intricate because I started making a card game in conjunction with the toys. So you would get your character, and then I would go home, get the paper from my dad's office, cut them in squares, and make these very ugly cards. Like I would draw a rectangle and draw like a treasure chest inside and call it treasure, of course in Italian, but and then make other cards and come up with very random stuff, like just random up on top of my head. That made no sense, and I loved it. We would love it like in recreation. We would be in class, and during recreation we would just play that, sit all the three of us on the table, and I can imagine the mess it should have been, that with shit rules, no fucking but it was so fun. Like we seemed so intrigued, like we couldn't wait that moment of the day every time we were in class. those little toys made it even funnier. Like, of course, nowadays it would just be like the pawns of cardboard of board games and shit like that. But at the time, I never really had a board game. Like, I don't remember ever owning a board game. I had like a marble board game that had some pawns too, but that came later on. They gave it to us during Christmas. We never opened it and played because, well, we never had anyone to play with. Gosh, yeah, I wanted to dodge, but he threw her down. Okay, no problem. 98k. I thought I had him. Oh shit. So, yeah, we loved it. That was one of the first things that, one of the oldest things I remember too. Where's the thing? Here. But then, yeah, somehow I became more friends with Gianluca and later on Mattia. So with Gianluca, basically we connected because of the games, video games. So we didn't exactly play the same video games, but I don't know if I don't know when we started to play for a story. I don't know if I was on my own and then we shared that, because Gianluca was the one that actually played World of Warcraft a lot. Like, he was young and already had characters after characters that were like max level and stuff. And he was not that usual, what you would expect from a World of Warcraft player, like a fat boy or shit like that. That doesn't have any life or anything. But he just had this thing. And I suppose maybe because of his brother or something like that, but not even his brother actually, because his brother was very, very, very hetero, like toxic hetero. Like disgusting person for many reasons. And even very mean to his brother because, well, we'll get there. Oh shit, I didn't pick him up. Yeah, attack her please. Not me. Okay. Come on, let him know now. Do what you must. Come on, how long is this? Usual. Yeah, so somehow I became a bit more friends with them, and we started playing full story together. But then we played so many games together, like S4 League, and we tried World of Warcraft, the cracked version, because of course only Gianluca could afford the actual game. And it was, for us, it was a dream. World of Warcraft was the last dream, the last aspiration of our life. To imagine that now that it's not anymore. But kind of, actually, I will. And like now I have the chance to play, and I don't. It's kind of sad in a way. Well, I suppose it's normal too. And yeah, so he was the knowledgeable one, really. But not for story, of course, because for story was new for all of us. But he knew what an MMORPG was. Now it worked out. We were kind of random, learning as kids. Very slow and very random. The actual game and the mechanics. That's what me and Mattia. And Simone and Davide never got into that. They would play maybe PS2, PS3, the Xbox especially. It was pretty strong, the Xbox at the time between us, which is weird because it was not our favorite. Oof, yes, Latinina. Nice Latinina. Let's get rid of this waste of time. Da, 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 da. For us, it was the world was colorful. The classes were amazing, like the summer, and me and Mattia started bonding a lot. And Gianluca presented him to me when one of those days, like Mattia would just come to our class, like he just walk out of his class and come into ours, which was basically forbidden. Mattia was kind of one of the bullies, but not the worst ones, but you know, outgoing. He didn't give a fuck. He didn't like studying. Well, me, I was one of the best in the class. Gianluca was quite good, but not good grades. But a good boy. Like not. He wouldn't. Oh my fucking god. 130k. Okay. He wouldn't, you know, maybe bully people in front of them or be very loud, but he would would make some crazy comments. Gianluca was very dirty, very dirty. I should maybe describe him a bit so that there's a bit more context about the people that surround me. But Simone was very, maybe the word that Sophia would use, stoic. He was very, not talk a lot, not say a lot about his feelings. And he would close even more when his dad eventually died. And Davide was a bit fucked in the head, especially because of the mom. That was one of the craziest people I've ever seen. It was basically my mom a bit worse. It was crazy how hysterical those women were. And yeah, so we could really relate with each other when we saw like each other's mothers. Like, but he had it a little bit worse. I would dare say. And fuck. Nice. But he was a good kid. He was nice. They were all nice, really. Gianluca was a good friend, but very possessive in a way, jealous. Because we had the same problem with Mattia. Like Mattia, he was friends first with Gianluca. They were neighbors, like the one balcony in front of the other, basically. And well, I was a few roads away. They lived in the nice road where all the kids from the school lived, and the fun was right. In my road, there were just 4 or 5 of us, and they were all the the boring kid or the bullied kid. And yeah, so basically, Gianluca was very dirty because his mom was very outgoing. Like she would like to go with a lot of men and dress very, you know, revealing, and many people would make comments of her, and she would like them and respond very like playfully. You know, a woman that seems very, how do you say, not courageous, but that has a lot of audacity. No, not even audacity. What's the word? Dependency? No, not dependency. But something like dependence. Like she, she has her own thing, her own thought, and you could tell that she was free, in a way. I don't know if it's a good thing or not, or in a good way or not, but to describe it, let's say it's, I think, an appropriate adjective. And all of us would make comments on how we wanted to fuck her, basically. I don't remember when those comments started, because again, I don't remember when we started building some kind of construct of sexuality and stuff like that. I really don't remember that. For sure before high school, for sure. But yeah. Yeah, and his brother, Gianluca's brother, was very toxic. Like the aspect was basically of an hetero boy with a little mustache, very refined every time. The motorbike, his life, football, his life. In his room had numbers of prostitutes all over the wall, like cut from newspapers. I think I already said this, but yeah. And Gianluca would watch porn and on TV, like in front of everyone. He would know the channels and shit like that. Um, he was probably the first one that kind of taught us some terminology and shit like that. Not much, because still it's not like it was a brothel. But we also had an horrible dog, a Chihuahua. Fuck, what a stereotype. Yeah, I don't want to die against this guy. Can I? Oh shit. Come on, do something. Yeah. Oh. That. I should probably spam this stuff before I get killed again. So, yeah, that Chihuahua would fuck every peluche like many other dogs. And Gianluca would be amused a lot by that and commented a lot. Anyway, so Mattia was a little bit more, like, it was more funny. He was a very pretty boy. Gianluca looked like a rat. I looked shit. And Mattia was very, very pretty, like blonde, blue eyes, very sweet face, like delicate, almost like a girl. Oh shit. Get away, get away, get away, get away. Get away. Not as skinny as us little skeletons. He was, a boy that was liked, basically. A nice hairstyle. And for, of course, all the obvious silly shit that I'm talking about. And yeah, I still remember the ring of his voice. Well, I remember most of the people's voice, but of course now they're not their voices anymore. But yeah, I still remember them. And we started to play a lot together, me and him. Like we would be online a lot playing, and whether with or without Gianluca and stuff like that. And normally it would be the three of us, but we would stay behind even more. Gianluca, Mattia would hide from his parents to play more because his parents were. Oh shit! I forgot that. Fuck. I am talking after all. But is this area already finished? Seems kind of weird. How do I get rid of the fucker? Do I have to just kill all these people around him? I suppose not, huh? You just need to jump? I think not. Oh, I jumped from the tree. Why am I here again? The talisman broke. I'm an idiot. Okay, let's see how I get on that tree. Nah, boys. And yeah, we created a very firm bond with our games, and we played Minecraft a lot together. We did some crazy experiences where, for us, it was, well, I'll describe it. So basically, like this thing where we would create our own house and our own base, and there were other people online, so they could come and destroy everything and steal everything. We would hide underground with a little house, or go in the sky and create our castles in the sky. And Mattia was so good at like creating cute, cozy stuff. I was shit, and we loved it. I remember this this night where I didn't want to go back to my house. I wanted to stay as long as possible at Dina's because we were eating in front of the computer and playing and stuff. And I remember we had created this castle in the sky, and all of a sudden we see this breach that is being created from another castle, another player that was trying to destroy our castle, like slowly arriving to us with lava and stuff. And Mattia went because his mom basically got very mad at him. And I was like, no, Mattia, I'm on my own. I have to defend this, but how do I do it? Oh my god, it was me fighting with my bow against this other player with a bow in the sky with all the lava around. It was incredible. Like the sensations and how adventurous it was. And the same thing with Forest Story, that we would go for expeditions from our capital to the capital of the other players, and you had to walk through all these maps of magical creatures and magical environments that were maybe too strong for you because you were not as strong as the other players that were with you, with this little group of players that would sneak in the capital of the enemies, right? And you would go there and other players would go crazy because they had to kill you, we had to kill them. And for us it was literally like kind of like, I don't know, the Lord of the Rings, like Frodo going for an expedition. It was that kind of sensation in a way. And yeah, of course, parallel to this, we also went out very often, going out to play in their road, in their house. I remember it was always like something like special going to their house. It was something like, oh, should I? Like, you had to ask permission, and it always made you feel like it was something that you were privileged to do. Like my mom especially would make me feel basically like that. Yeah, you can go, you have to come back at this time, and you cannot go so often, only very rarely and stuff. And yeah, Mattia's house was very pretty, and I always felt very, 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 very shy, let's say. I went there very often to eat, and they were very sweet to me. But also because I had that kind of aura of the best of the class, basically. And I had to basically help Mattia being good, right? To not be like a bully, a mess, and that kind of stuff. His mom was kind of severe with that, but in a silly way anyway. Not as severe as my mom and Davide's mom. But anyway, my mom and Davide's mom were not severe for school. They were severe. They were just hysterical for other things. I never had a discussion over school with my parents, ever. My dad didn't even know what grade I was. Oh, I'm here again? Is this another way to go here? Okay. I understand. Let's just check in case something added for some reason. But no. I'll just see what's here. I know what it is, but I don't remember it so well. Then I'll just go die, get out. But can I do it actually? Because I haven't beaten those horrible monsters. He's there? No. It's a portal. Oh, but this is Godwin? And that's what happens when you live in death. You become a disgusting monster. Because he has bracelets that seem like of Godwin. Fuck. Fierce champ. Oh. 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 Shit. Yo, listen. Nice. So. Roger. No. Roger. Fuck. Oh shit, I made a mistake. Okay. I'll save you next time, Roger. Maybe. Oh, doing it. It's okay. I can do this for now. I cannot do what comes after, I think. So, yeah. And with Mattia, well, yeah, let's just go chronologically. So, yeah, we didn't play Diablo 4. Remember, I would get all my Xbox 360 like in a bag, like in a bag for the shopping bag. Huge. It was so heavy for me with all the huge power cables. Like they were huge and they would get so hot, and I would bring them to him with two hands, like all the way to his house on a Sunday. On those very boring and dead Sundays, but he would make them so colorful by playing the story together in two on co-op screen with my Xbox. Not mine, but my brother's and mine. So yeah, we had fun like that. Again, Gianluca was a bit like we were still the three of us, but it was clear that me and Mattia spent a bit more time, and Mattia preferred me a bit more. But I spent a long time with Gianluca too. I don't remember now like when we would have discussions or argue. I don't remember arguing much in reality. I just remember this one with Gianluca, which I narrate later, and yeah. And also, we never liked the same girls in reality. There was this thing too, like me and Gianluca, maybe we liked the same girls, but we didn't care. Like Mattia never really liked the girls much. Like he was really a bit of a misogynist, maybe. I don't know how he is now, but and yeah, we also had other friends, basically our group of friends. But in elementary school, it was mainly these low groups, and we had Enrico that we would quite often bully. And I remember his mom hated me a bit because I was maybe the one that criticized the most, or well, she didn't like me basically for, I don't remember now exact full reason. I must have done something. I must have said something about her son. She was very, very protective of him, and he was a big boy, let's say. He was obsessed with Dragon Ball, obsessed with wrestling, and he would be the kid that would scream weird stuff and would think that he could fight everyone. That kind of stuff. And it was a bit cringe. Okay, let's just see what's next to it. It must be a third one, right? Oh yeah, there's no way, is it? Yeah, it's probably not fucking with Lionel, but Lion-hearted. I mean, I can do it, but it's a bit complicated. And there was a fat girl that never spoke. I don't even remember her name, but lived very close to me. Who else was there? Federica, but not one I liked. The very, very tall girl. That was the first girl to get her period. Move on. I remember this too, but I cannot just see everything, I suppose. There was again Sarah the slut, but it's okay. She came in high school. Elementary, we only knew her from, like, she wasn't in our class in elementary school. She was 1 year older than us, and she would come in our class just because she lost a year, basically. It was Mario that we bullied a lot. I don't remember something, like, because he was kind of friends with me because we had similar passions with games a bit, but we were not similar, so it was kind of like, oh yeah, we talk about this a bit, but I was with a group of people that would bully him heavily, so I remember not going against it so much. Only once I defended him. All the rest I didn't participate, but I basically accepted, so it's pretty much similar in a way. Wait, what the fuck I did? No, I didn't mean that. Oh, but I can do that though. Uh-huh. Didn't think about Latenna. Okay. I'll do Latenna. After Roger. Got nothing to prove. Only against, like, bosses that I know that I have something to prove. Like some bosses that you like. You know that they are hard and you have to put effort to know to beat them. These guys, you just need to lose a few times and then you'll do them eventually. And who else? Must be other kids. Did I forget them? We must have been 20 of us, and I don't remember all of them. That's weird, huh? Maybe I remember all of them. Well, I need to count again. There were not many girls, I suppose. And there was this Sabrina. In the first years, we were very much friends. She was very pretty. She always had a cold. I think I already talked about her. And she was very pretty. Dark hair, but very flowy, very, very long. And her face was cute. She looked like a witch to me, also because Sabrina, this show on TV. And well, we would sit next to each other a lot of times. I never told her that I liked her, and she never told me that she liked me. I don't even remember if I liked her that way, to be honest. But I liked her a lot. And guess what? She moved as well. I don't remember she moved to city in this case. The other one went to touring, but in this case, I don't know if she just changed school. She moved in the outskirts or stuff like that. But never seen her ever again. Not even on Facebook pictures. I don't know what she looks like as an old girl. Also because I don't know her surname. I would like to know, of course. I'm very curious for these things many times. I try to not fool myself in these things because maybe, it's It's also annoying, this kind of curiosity. I don't like it. It's melancholy and it's a mixture of things that doesn't sit well with me. I'm not gonna talk much about that now. That's not a discussion. Man, people think that I'm such a pain in the ass, and I probably am. But I think not so much. Maybe, yeah, I am. You know. Lucky. Yeah, yeah. Cool, okay. La Tennona. Ready, steady. Shit, they dodge. They do? They did. No, leave it alone. Oh shit. I don't have. Go La Tennona. Do your trick. Oh shit, what do you want? What do you want? Cipolla. No, keep your scores. Oh shit. Oh, thank you, God. Okay, me against him. Easy, no? So good. I love it. I'm afraid. Yes. Fear.
Ah, there you are. I knew you would come. What is it you intend? To deny us and our ways, like the dogmatic roots of the Golden Order?
Yeah, I don't want to.
You are an odd one. I am the
I don't know
guardian
what's
of
gonna happen.
those who live in death. They call me a foul and rotten witch. Yet you still wish to be held by me?
Talking secret.
Have you ever seen a hallowbrand? When the first of the demigods died, his flesh was marked with the half-wheel wound of the centipede. Godwyn's hallowbrand has since been recovered at the Round Table Hall, but there is another hallowbrand out there somewhere, and I must find it before the time comes we receive our Lord. When Godwyn died, a hallowed another exists, and I must before the time my hands will be dirtied once more by the deed. Will you still let me hold you, even then?
Oh, already have it.
This is the other hallowbrand. How did you... Oh, my utmost thanks. With this, Godwyn can take his rightful place as first of the dead, and claim a second, illustrious life. You are our true champion, and though I can't be of any use to you, can I hold you tight? If only for a moment.
Insane. You literally feel it.
I will soon lay with Godwyn, and it will surely stir within me the new life of the Golden Prince, and first dead of the demigods, as the rune of those who live in death. Please, do one thing for me. Brandish this child, my rune, and take for yourself the throne. Stay the persecution of those who live in death by becoming our Elden Lord. I will soon to conceive my child. Brandish my rune, for your stay the by becoming.
I think it's gonna be a mess, man. Ta-da.
This is good, but I am satisfied.
Oh.
I choose to lie with Godwin of my own will, not the remains of one chosen for me, and I will bear a child who will inherit your warmth too. What greater blessing could there be but to be born a deathbed companion? This is goodbye. I choose to lie, and I will bear who will inherit. What greater blessing?
Well, I'm not really sure, but it doesn't seem so bad. Oh. Don't remember this. This is the entrance. Is it? No, it's not the entrance. Insane. It is. It's the entrance. Don't want to come here yet, though. I didn't see them. And. I remember now. I was talking about Mattia, our people in class, yeah. Next time, let me write this down because I'll forget. Oh shit, didn't mean that. I'm just gonna write down what I talked about and what I wanted to talk about. Hmm. So I talked about what we could talk about next time out of my head now, but now I talked about Mattia basically, Simone, Davide, Gianluca, Enrico, Mario. But I'll talk about more about Mario, and then Federica. That's it really. Yeah, and then I'll add some more things that I could talk about next time later. Now let's see very quickly here. A. Why? I don't understand that. Isn't that the exit? That should be just open, there's no boss behind there, I think. Yeah, in fact I cannot. Well, I'm not gonna argue with this. So, I don't wanna come here already. I'm just gonna go here again. Because there should be something else here. I don't remember. Oh. He reminds me of someone. Someone. Okay, so for now it is fine narrating. I will go soon to play with Sophia at Harry Potter a bit. And then probably go back to Path of Exile for another bit. And then try to sleep, since I am a normal person that works 40 hours and well more than 40 hours a week. Let's see. Is this 2 more? 8 thirds, no. I'll use this now. Come on, Camelot. Okay. No, don't do that to me. Okay. You know what to dodge that. You're a beautiful boy. Honestly. I just roll. That's all I can do. Run and roll. What are you doing? What's this guy? Oh, is it a tree? What a beautiful creature. Oh shit. Okay. Ow. Why do you have only one horn, my friend? to change this weapon. I don't like it so much. It's really cool. Not for me. Lich Dragon 46. Oh. I should probably bring with me more mana. He's gonna shot me anyway. It's not so hard. At least for now. It's gonna do some crazy shit, second phase or something like that. Escape. Oh, come on. How you gonna run? Why is he so resistant? Oh, what is that? So I just need to run from that hand in the culture. Ready to dodge in as usual. In. Okay. Close enough? Run. Is this? Oh, that shit. Oh, I cannot see anything. Oh. Okay. No. Run. Not bad music. Let's start again. Okay. I thought I failed again. Okay. On the side? No, what is this? Down. But not so down. Oh, what's that? Oh, just double. Okay. humble. And no. Oh, I was just lucky, wasn't I? I think that should have killed me. Is he pushing me down? Don't know where I'm going. Okay, no. Safe. Well, safe. Okay. Perfect. I have no idea. Oh no, so dead. Okay, double shit. I need to. This one I dodged, I think. Please don't do it again. Oh, I'm an idiot. I fell asleep for a second. I was like, is he doing that? Is he doing that? Is he doing that? But he was just flying this time. Oof. It's not hard. It's not hard. At least not. Fuck this guy. Lightning got me. Oh. Coming too close, that always happens. Can I remove this shit? What did I have before? This, right? Don't want to use this anymore, but for now. That. Okay. Oh, I've never done that. Run. No. Okay. Something? I need to heal. mistake. Okay. No, my god. Oh, another tail. Oh, is that? Yeah. Okay, just double. Just double and I'm safe. Stop. Oh, that shit. Okay. It's pretty easy, no? Weird. But is it because I'm playing Private Exile that it's like too easy, you know? Okay. It's that one. Yo, need to stop. Getting hit. Lost. It's just gonna go down. Tail. One tail. Oh, fuck me. He moves so much. Stop. Oh. Oh, mistake. Okay. Okay, even if I make mistakes, that one is not so punishing. Should be fine. Stop. Okay. Double. I always make the same mistake. Okay. Lucky. Oh. Oh, right until the end. Okay. Safe. Come. Oh. No, now? No. Oh. Painful. Oh no. I just read a message of Sophia saying that she entered the moment Twitch stream to see what I was doing and then get out. And then she said something like, I swear I only saw 1 second just to see what you were streaming and it looked insane what you were playing. Insane, mamma mia. Why can't this world, fantasy world exist for real? And to me it's like, I was fighting against the dragon, and while I was fighting I was thinking, I wonder if Sophia would like this, because it's so fantasy, and I thought of the dream, I thought that I was in a dream. Insane. Just insane, the coincidence. Well, I have a few things to read now. I suppose I will. Don't remember everything I picked up, but there was a scepter. Oh, let's read this shit. Used to get raised. God in the morning making prince. Oh. Amazing. So they were friends and he entered the dream to fight death. Insane. What, the dream? Inside him? Inside Godwin? Yeah, I got some shit like this that I don't really care about. The mouse is with me. Well, they spread corruption. Oh, it's actually the beast. Oh. More dead than the dead. But I remember, yep.
Prince of Death, take a good long look. See the wrath of the Golden Order, the Order's justice writ in blood. This is what's become of your precious witch. Naught but expired meat and bone. This is a proper death, O Prince. Look at this rotten whore. No more children can be got from this useless flesh. Behold, your mother is dead. This is revenge, you witch, and you ghoul. This is the wrath of D. Hello. The rotten witch is dead. The Golden Order unsullied. Now I can look my brother Darian in the eye. Honeyed rays of gold, deliver my spirit. Darian, now I have no regrets. Honeyed rays of gold.
If I leave, does he leave? Yep. Oh, does he kill himself? No. Sword forged by compounded silver gold. And to hunt those who live in death, be as well. And severed twins found solace in the golden order. The institution to reveal and revive them as accursed beings. Never used this. I might just give it a try. I don't make many comments because there's a mixture of feelings that it's just why these games give you like the usual narrative and writing. It's like you never, at least for me, I don't feel like there's someone good, bad, someone that you support. Well, I do have maybe someone that I support, someone that I support less. But it's hard to pinpoint specific ideas and feelings. Everything seems very nice, every word seems very well thought and well delivered. I think I want both. Take this for now. And yeah, of course, Fia and both the twin are interesting. I'll look at that to give. No.
There are 4 more Nicola of the Halig tree, the unalloyed, his twin, Melania, Luna Princess Rani, and the one on Rani is said to have cast aside her grace. So here at the hold, we seek them. If you should learn anything, I'll trade your findings for a hidden treasure, or we both desire to stand before the Elden Ring as such. Find the Elden Oracle.
Okay. So he changed. He's talking about the new ones now. Bell bearing shop one. But you, I need to give you something now.
I asked you, be thankful that he's all.
Maybe I need to kill those fucking rotten shits to give you something. But it's too much for me. Don't think I can. Like, ever.
Greetings, you here for spirit?
Maximum Latin. Just as it should be.
Oh, don't pay me, just lay out your own.
Oh, was he? Yeah, he was resting, I think. Okay, are we trying this shit? Oh, he wants special stuff too. I'll stop here. Okay, I'm going to play with Sophia. Next time, the rest of the shit, like this monsters, is fine, don't mind so much. This I need to do at some point. This I need to kill. Here, I actually killed the dragon. This, nothing else is supposed to see. Or there is this, right? I didn't do this one. Or did I? I need to go and check. This I think I did, but I'll go and check. This, there is still a fucker. Almost done. Almost done. Probably next time I'll just quickly check these things and move to the capital finally. It's about time, I suppose. Oh, I went to the screen. No. Close.